Hey, this is Georgia. Welcome to Yoga for Athletes. I hope you've had a great day so far, or a good morning, or a good afternoon, whatever that may be. I welcome you to a class that is going to be on with the intention of being a blade of grass amongst other blades of grasses. In saying that, I know that's kind of vague in a way, but I was talking with a friend the other day, and she and I were discussing, the high expectations I myself put on myself and carry with me and have struggled with for so long of feeling like I need to do so many things and have so many things taken care of, and that I juggling all these different things in life, and that sometimes I just need to be a blade of grass amongst other blades of grass. And that really hit home with me. That really spoke to my heart and my soul at that very moment, and released a lot of baggage that I was carrying. Not saying that I haven't felt that need to continue carrying a heavy load or have had high expectations on myself, but it's given me a tool to remind myself that I don't have to do it all the time, and that I do have help, and that I do have the ability to lean on, people around me, and that this is a journey um, that I will continue to be on for a while. So I'll start off by reading this little poem, or it's not really a poem, it's just a little meme type thing that I read, and it says, "Be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, always offering respect unto others, and never expecting any in return." Shatyana Mahaprabhu. So, as we walk through this life, let's remember that we are just blades of grass amongst blades of grass. And as the wind blows, that we can use those other blades of grass to lean on in times that we need to. That we don't have to carry this weight on our own, and that we can allow others to help carry our load. So to begin, let's come into a comfortable seat, whether that be Sukhasana or easy pose, or if you'd like to extend the legs out long and just stack head over heart over pelvis, lengthening the spine. Soften the gaze and close the eyes here to start to connect to your breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own, setting your intention and settling into your space. Releasing the day so far. Set your to-do list up on the shelf. If you find yourself picking it back up, just put it back. 3 more breaths here. Start to bat the eyelashes open as you come back into your space. So to begin, we're going to stay here in Sukhasana with the legs lengthened out long. As long as you can keep the head stacked over the heart and heart stacked over the pelvis, that's all we require, all I require. Even if you have to sit up on a blanket or a towel, whatever's good for you. So we're going to take it really slow here. So I want you to inhale, allow the head to fall backwards as you gaze up towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Opening up through the front part of the body, the neck, the chest. Even feeling it across the shoulders. Then exhale, bring the chin into the chest. Inhale, allow the head to fall back. Be mindful of the shoulders coming up towards the ears. And exhale, bring the chin back into the chest. Last one, inhale, allow the head to come back, gazing up towards the ceiling as you soften the shoulders away from the ears. And as you exhale, bring the chin back into the chest. Inhale, stack the head back over the heart, or back over the pelvis. Good. Now we're going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder, and the gaze is going to come up towards the ceiling. We're opening up through the left side of the neck here, and really allow that left shoulder to relax away from the ear. It might be a little bit more extreme on one side than the other, depending on how you carry your tension, or any kind of weightlifting that you might do. Then inhale, bring the head back through center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Right ear, right shoulder. These soft, subtle movements can really make a difference. They might not feel like much, or they might feel like they're not doing a whole lot. But if you just allow them, to do what they need to do. I feel it made a difference throughout the neck and the shoulders. And then we'll inhale back through center. Take that left ear back towards the right shoulder. Relaxing through the left and the right shoulder away from the ears. One inhale, come back through center. Exhale when you get there. We're going to put both of those movements together now that we just did by doing some nice neck rolls. So allow the left ear drop towards the left shoulder, taking the chin into the chest, right ear, right shoulder. Allow the head to fall back and make some nice big circles. Just warming up through the cervical spine. Inviting tension to be released. Switching directions. Once you've completed your last circle, stack that head back over the heart, heart back over the pelvis. Coming back into a neutral spot. We'll take the right hand now, place it on the center of the back. There's going to be two options here. So you can either take the left hand and just bring it to the top of that right elbow and stay here to stretch out through the shoulders and the backs of the triceps. Or if you'd like to take the left hand, press it out, press it towards the back of the mat, and then take it back and grab the right hand as you pat yourself on the back, and then find the internal rotation of that left hand and clasp the opposite hand or use a strap or a towel. Wow, my words just got mumbled, and I'm sorry. So that would be Gomukhasana arms if you take the full expression. Just depending on where you want to be and how open you want to, how much you want to open up through the shoulders tonight, or if you want to take it a little bit easy on yourself. So either way, do what you need to do. Take some deep breaths. Relax through the shoulders. Open up through the chest. Allow it to radiate up towards the ceiling. You do one thing on one side, please be sure to do the same thing on the other, even if you have to use a prop on the opposite side. On your next exhale, release your clasp. Maybe shake the hands out in between, switching sides. So we're going to take the left hand to the middle part of the back, and if you're going to take Gomukhasana arms, you'll find that internal rotation of that right arm bone, and snuggle it up the backside and try to clasp the opposite hand. This side is a lot tighter for me. I have never, well, actually I did once clasp, I've been able to clasp once on this side independently without a strap. But if you'd also like to take the alternate version of just taking the right hand to the top of that left elbow. Pick your poison, choose your bead. And open up through the chest, open up through the shoulders. You may find a major amount of stiffness in this area. You can always visualize releasing the knots with your breath, or sending your breath to that space to release the tension. And release on the exhale. Shake out the wrist. Give yourself a nice big hug, wrapping the arms around the body. Do a counter posture, round to the back of the body, and then have the chin come into the chest as you give yourself a nice big hug. Good. Release and inhale, sit up. So we're going to extend the arms out wide here. So it might get a little tired. Did this in a previous class. So I want you to curl the right hand fingertips in towards you. Take the left fingertips towards the back of the mat. Left ear comes towards the left shoulder as you gaze towards the right hand. It's going to really activate and work on the wrist here, or the median nerve, as if you work with your hands a lot or your wrist, you might have some dealings with carpal tunnel. This will help you alleviate any of that kind of pressure that you feel there. Relax the shoulders. Use the breath. Switch sides. Allow the right hand to flex, the fingers flex back towards the back of the mat. Curl the left fingertips in. Right ear comes towards that right shoulder as you gaze towards the left. Should be a nice deep hand stretch on the front side of that right hand. I do work with my hands a lot in both the jobs I have, so this feels really nice. We're gonna do that one more time on each side. So flex the left fingertips back towards the back of the mat. Curl the right fingertips in. Left ear comes towards that left shoulder as you gaze towards the right. Relaxing through the shoulders once again. Find that softness. And switch sides. Right fingers flexing back towards the back of the mat. Curl the left hand in. Right ear, right shoulder, gazing towards the left. And release. Shake out through the arms. If you hear my dogs barking in the background, please forgive me. Uncross the legs if you haven't done so far. Extend through the legs to come into Paschimottanasana, or a forward fold position. With the feet flexed up towards the ceiling, softness in the backs of the knees. Grab a strap if you need to wrap around the base of the feet. I'd rather, if you don't need the strap or you do not have one, you can use a towel. Or you can place the hands on the shins, ankles, or peace fingers around the toes. You'll inhale, sit up tall, and then on the exhale, leading yourself with the sternum up, take the nose down towards the shins. Allow them to be linked in the back of the neck as you stretch the back of the body. Gliding the shoulder blades down the back of the body. Take a deep bend in the knees if you need to. And allow yourself to relax into this posture. Releasing the lower back. And inhale, start to roll up. Stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. Allow the head to be the last thing to come up. Good. Then we'll swing the legs to the side to come onto all fours here, into a tabletop position. Stack shoulders over wrist bones, hips over knees, pressing firmly into the backs of the feet. Then we'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, find the navel spine connection. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, really rounding through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back into that neutral spine position. We're going to take the right foot in between the hands here, coming into a low lunge position. So start to scoot that left knee back slightly as you press firmly into the back of the left foot. Option to keep the hands down onto the mat with tented palms, as long as the chest is radiating forward and the head is ascending towards the ceiling, keeping the back of the neck lengthened. Or you can keep the hands up onto the knee and continue to scoop the tailbone forward. Press firmly into all four corners of the right foot. Breathe deeply. Stretch out the front part of the body here, feeling it all through the psoas, hip flexors, all of good stuff. On your exhale, take the hands back down to the mat. Bring them to the inner part of that right leg as you start to walk that right foot to the right side of your mat, angling it at a 1 o'clock position to come into a low lizard variation. You're going to have the option to stay up tall, option to come down onto your elbows, using blocks if you need to, coming all the way down, or just, bringing the ground up to you. So I want you to press firmly into the back of that left foot, hug the right knee in, not allowing it to splay out. And breathe. A little bit deeper of a stretch than that low lunge position. Keep the gaze forward, or if you're not keeping the gaze forward, if the elbows are down, allowing yourself to have length in the back of the neck as you gaze down towards the mat. Start to heel toe that right foot back towards the center of the mat, placing your hands on either side of the foot once again, peeling that right hip crease towards the back of the mat, flexing through the right foot, coming into a half Hanuman or half splits. Option to keep the hands down low or frame the sides of the calves, or you can walk the hands back and bring them on top of some blocks on either side of the hips to stay up tall. Press firmly into the back of the left foot here to maintain your balance. If you like, you can bow in the head towards the shin. Being mindful not to walk out that right knee. On an inhale, start to bring yourself forward, putting your right foot back down onto the mat. Hug the right knee into the chest, and as you inhale, extend it out long behind you, and bring the right knee back down towards the left on an exhale. We'll switch sides, so left foot comes in between the hands, coming into our low lunge position on this side. Start to maybe walk that right knee back slightly, pressing firmly into the back of that right foot. Same options of tented palms or resting the hands upon the knee, keeping the length in the back of the neck as the gaze is forward. On your exhale, take your hands back down to the mat, placing them on the inside of that left foot. As you heel toe that left foot towards the left side of your mat, taking the left toes towards an 11 o'clock position. Coming into our low lizard variation, hug the left knee in towards you, not allowing that left hip to splay out. Options to use the blocks, come down onto your elbows, or just to press firmly into the hands as you keep the gaze forward. Breathing deeply into the front side of the body. As you continue to breathe deeply, feel the stretch in front side of the body. Feel the length. Feel the muscles start to soften. Make sure that you're not clenching in the jaw. Now on an inhale, bring that heel toe, that left foot towards the center of the mat, taking the hands on either side of that left foot once again. Start to hinge the hips towards the back of the mat as you flex that left foot towards the ceiling, coming into your half climber. Same options of hands around the calves, around the either side of the calves or around the tops of the hips, so resting on blocks. Press firmly into the back of that right foot. Either lengthen the back of the neck as you bow in towards your innermost self, or keep the gaze forward just to keep the back of the neck long. Be very mindful of the softness in the back of that left knee, and not to lock it out. On your inhale, shifting the hips forward, bring the left foot back down to the mat. Hugging the left knee into the chest, extend it out long on the inhale, and then on the exhale, bring it back down. You start to take the hands forward to start to shift yourself forward, coming down onto your belly, lowering yourself down slowly, using the strength in your arms as your elbows are tucked in. We're going to bring our elbows down to the mat and press our palms firmly into the mat in a sphinx posture. So head will be ascending up towards the ceiling. We'll flex the right foot, not flex, point the right foot as you activate that glute and the quad muscle. Try to lift the thigh bone as much as you can off the mat for 5 breaths. And release on the exhale. We'll switch sides, pulling through that left foot, activating that quad and that glute, lengthening the crown up towards the ceiling. And release. We'll start to roll over to our back, and that special move I like to call flip flop. So roll over to the back the best way you find possible. Once there, you'll extend the left leg out long, draw the right knee in, interlace the hand behind the back of the hamstring, and just flex through that right foot. Breathing deeply. It's a great way to release any pain you might feel inside, or if you have any trouble with that. When you're at inhale, start to extend the leg, extend the foot, flex foot up towards the ceiling and make the leg long as you draw that right leg in towards you. Just a little bit more. Softness in the back of the right knee still. Release the back of the right hamstring as you hug the right knee in towards the chest. Then take it up and over. Place that right foot on the outside of that left knee if possible. Feeling a deep stretch on the outside of that right hip. If this is too much for you, just bring it back to the inner part of that left knee instead of bringing it all the way over. And release the right foot from the outside of that left knee and extend the right leg out long. Hug the left knee in, interlacing the hands behind the back of the hamstring as you flex through that left foot. Breathing deeply into the back of the left hamstring, providing a nice, soft release. On an inhale, extend through that left leg, flexing the left foot up towards the ceiling, hugging that left leg in a little bit closer. On an exhale, releasing the back of that left hamstring, hug the left knee in towards the chest. And then on the exhale, take it up and over, place the left foot on the outside of that right knee if possible. Again, you can use the same option as before, placing it on the inside of that right knee as well, if it's too much on the outside of the hip or too much on the right knee. Release that left foot from the outside of that right knee. And start to extend the left leg out long. We're going to start to enter into our Shavasana here. So take the legs as wide as the mat or wider. Take the arms as wide as the mat. Eyes begin to grow heavy as you allow them to fall into the back of the skull. Release the jaw and allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Allow the shoulders to soften away from the ears. Blow down either side of the arms. Circling around the wrist. All the way through the fingertips. As the shoulder blades slide down the back of the body, you feel the chest becoming light. The abdomen softens. Feel the muscles releasing along both sides of your hips. Washing over the fronts of your thighs. Flows down the backs of the hamstrings. And caresses the backs of the calves. That fall over the tops of the shins. And like this entering into your feet. As the body grows heavy. And you rest in Shavasana. May the light of the universe bless and keep you for this time and the time before, the time after. Namaste, my friends.